Why GTA 6 will disappoint? The impact of outdated C++ standards and Rockstar Rage engine. When top programmers walk, how the future works with them. And this is totally true. And we are going to discuss today one of the articles from Jose Crespo. If you know who Jose Crespo is, he's one of the guys that I've been following for a while. I think he's a very smart guy. Holds a PhD in mathematics, and I believe he's very smart. So from time to time, I discuss one of his articles here, sharing some mix between programming and mathematics and what is happening in the tech industry. So let's go to talk about and discuss this article, which I believe is very good, a very good one, to see what is happening with Rockstar and the game engines and the top talents. And the reason why I believe it's very valid to highlight this article is because once company gets higher on demand with great products and they get big, they tend to commit the same type of mistakes. And let's see what happened right now. Okay, from the programming perspective, from the software engineer perspective, how you will avoid this happen to your team, how you will avoid this happen to your products, to your teams, mates, and to your engineers, to best of talent engineers. Rockstar, the once unstoppable force of gaming innovation, is now skating on the ice. GT6, its most ambitious project yet, may not just fall short of expectations. It risks becoming a symbol of everything wrong with stagnant tech and mismanaged talent. The stake couldn't be higher with an astronomical 2 billion sunk into development and content delay. Rockstar is betting everything on this one release. But what if the games that fans have been waiting nearly a decade for is already outdated by the time it's launched? The culprit: annihilated graphic engine, a massive talent exodus, and a corporate culture that prioritizes investor over innovation. Yeah, also I believe has checked stuff. And while these issues may seem unique to Rockstar, we as programmers know, unfortunately, they highlight a broader trend in our current crazy tech world. Even giants can fall if they fail to embrace what is known as deep programming. We're going to discuss what deep programming he means with deep programming. But something to highlight here, this is not happening on game studios only. This is happening to most tech company. Okay, the AI shift that is happening right now is making innovation go so fast and is making people or best talent, best engineer get access to this specific innovation that in some cases they cannot have in this big company because they have so much tech or depth tech or technical depth, okay, that it's very hard for them to keep the pace on those specific positions. Also, this is not also happening at Rockstar. If you read about Ubisoft, if you read about other industries and also other game developers, studios, publishers, you will see how the top talents are living, how hard for them has been to ship good quality products, okay, without any issues. Because man, it's very hard here in this industry to ship products because they are very complex. Okay, games are complex products. Okay, you have to deal with a lot of mathematics, a lot of physics, a lot of high technical programming knowledge, and you have to deal with the big teams that interconnect all those complex components, which is hard. Okay, and also you have companies that are very big, that are getting bigger, that are getting a lot of money. They have investors putting more money in order to get higher returns, which makes things harder to prioritize for the C level. Okay, so the rise of deep programming, I believe, is what one of the biggest challenges to face for any big company and any company that is mature right now, that has a lot of good products that people are recruiting, but they has also a lot of old systems that they are very hard to change and maintain. Okay, so let's continue reading what I believe is the main problem with this issue. In an era defined by automation, smart programming tools, and sky-high user expectation, company can no longer rely on legacy methods. Deep programming is not just about coding, it's mindset. It combines rigorous mathematical models with cutting-edge programming techniques that allow software developers to deliver features that were considered impossible. And this is totally true, and this is the big shift that AI is giving you guys. They have the opportunity to get a small team of good developers, engineers, and leverage to the point that they can compete with big companies. The advantage for you is that you can change faster, you can iterate, and you can use this tool easily than those other companies. I think we're going to see a big shift in the tech industry. We are seeing it now, actually. This is not limited to gaming, from AI-driven platform to complex simulation. The advanced programmers adopting deep programming are reshaping the companies fortunate enough to have them. Smaller start to leveraging this approach are outpacing giants, proving that the right tools and talent can topple even the most established players. If Rockstar keeps ignoring this revolution, it could be setting itself up for a major downfall. Will this downfall happen? We'll let you know. Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. I don't believe that Rockstar will go down anytime soon. They have very huge games that are loved by a lot of gamers. The problem is how fast they can change and improve this Rage 9 engine, or change it at all. And let's read why. At the heart of Rockstar's struggle, it is on-house graphic engine, Rage 9, while the industry surged forward with engines like Unreal Engine, boosting cutting-edge features like real-time ray tracing, luminous advanced dynamic lighting, and scalability that drives everything from games to films. Rage 9 feels stuck in the past, fan demand innovation, yet Rockstar seems determined to double down on outdated tech, sinking billions into a game that risks falling short of even baseline modern standard. So let's go here, and I have a video here that highlights really quickly
has been the most important part of any 3D renderer.
What Unreal 5.5 has become. I'm going to, it is a 12 medium video, but I'm just going to highlight the most important points, guys.
Physically accurate lighting can make the difference if an image is realistic or not. When Unreal Engine 5 released, it introduced a lighting system called Lumen, which gave us real-time global illumination. Global illumination is bounce lighting, which is the extra light created from light rays bouncing off of surfaces. For example, if you have a room with a single light from a window, the room shouldn't be pitch black. Instead, a light from the window will bounce around and illuminate the rest of the room indirectly.
Lighting is very important in all your games because it doesn't matter what model you have, what texture you have. Lighting gives you the sense on each scene or each environment that you are, that they are realistic or not. Okay, so let's go over.
Lighting system was introduced on top of Lumen called Mega Lights, which removes this constraint, allowing us to have as many lights as we want. To demonstrate, in UE5, I am in an environment that uses hundreds of individual lights. I am running at 5 frames per second. My computer cannot process this many lights. Now with one button press in the settings, I can enable Mega Lights, and boom, instantly my frame rate jumped from 5 frames per second to 40. And what is incredible is that I didn't have to make any changes to my environment. All I had to do was enable Mega Lights, and it worked right out of the box. This is revolutionary. It unlocks huge creative possibilities that simply was not possible before. Now we can have near infinite lights, perfect for environments like the ones you see on screen. On top of that, textured area lights can now cast dynamic light rays and soft shadows. This simply was not possible beforehand. We can have realistic lighting from large dynamic area lights like TVs. Mega Lights works perfectly with nanogeometry, which lets us have infinite detail and polygon counts. This means we are no longer constrained by most real-time rendering limitations. We can have as many lights or high polygon objects that we want. On top of a lighting upgrade for UE 5.5, MetaHumans have gotten two big new features. The face animations you see right now are...
So MetaHumans have got into, I'm going to skip this one now, but MetaHumans have become very good. You can use motion capture to animate your MetaHumans, and you also have a downsize on MetaHuman size file size from 1 gigabyte to almost 60 megabytes, which is huge, guys. This is huge. Let's
use optimized MetaHumans, which are a lot less computationally intensive and take up less memory than the default MetaHumans. If you have tried MetaHumans before, you know that they take up a lot of disk space. The average MetaHuman is 950 megabytes, which is almost an entire gigabyte needed for each person, since it uses a lot of 8K textures and complex skeletal meshes. While this is okay for cinematics, For most games, you probably don't want to waste an entire gigabyte for a character, which is why we now have the option to download a game-friendly optimized MetaHuman, which instead of 1 gigabyte has been reduced to just 60 megabytes. And
You see, from 950 megabyte on almost 1 gigabyte to 60 megabytes. So let's watch what the changes are with the sky environment and the cloud
and
behaviors.
lighting like any other object. The best example of this was in Red Dead Redemption, which has a full time of day and weather system. Every cloud you see are 3D renders. None of them are textures. The last version of Unreal Engine 4 introduced
This is incredible.
clouds and the atmosphere system. This made creating realistic skylighting a
You
breeze
see the light?
since it physically simulates the Earth's atmosphere and engine. All you have to do is drag it into your world and you immediately get real sky. Moving the sun will change the atmosphere's light dispersion, automatically updating the color. In fact, when using it, if you move the camera far enough away, you can see it simulating the atmosphere of an entire planet. The only issue, in my opinion, was that the default clouds that came with
So let's watch a little bit about
If
material
you have all
design
the textures,
changes.
just drag it in and it will automatically know what textures belong to each channel. We can start using the layer system to modify it quickly. There's been general improvements to lumen lighting across the board this update. Hardware ray tracing is now significantly faster, with a goal of achieving 60 frames per second on current gen consoles. Global illumination now supports hit lighting, which produces more physically accurate bounce lighting. My favorite feature is a new noise reduction algorithm for reflective surfaces. Previously, when it came to metal surfaces, the reflections can look really noisy. Now in UE 5.5, that noise has been almost completely removed. Every new version of Unreal is a huge leap forward for graphics. Unreal's animation tool, called Sequencer, got some upgrades. In case you don't know, Sequencer is UE5's timeline, which is where we create and keyframe all of our animations. Now we have access to advanced deformers, like lattices, which are featured heavily in other animation programs like Blender.
So you can go and check more on the Unreal Engine, but just want to highlight a few different latest features that they release, and I think this software is becoming great, guys. So a quick comparison shows just how Rockstar had fallen behind, and this is one of the problems here. So you see the Unreal Engine 5 in the comparison between graphic fidelity, lighting, technology, performance, optimization, easy to use, scalability, animations, capabilities, flexibility. Comparison between the most famous engines right in the marketplace right now, and Rage goes to the 9th place. Okay, guys. So the talent exodus, which is another problem. The first problem we just highlight is how they continue using a technology, an engine that they already built that is behind. And I'm going to give you the reason why it's behind. Okay, after we talk about the other issue they have, which is people leaving the company. How could that happen? No, this is not overnight actually problem. It's not a secret that some of the Rockstar brightest mind have been leaving for years. And the ironic twist of this story, they are now using the very tool their competitors built. Back in 2016, Leslie Benz is the guy who practically shaped GTA as Rockstar North president, left after nearly 20 years. Fast forward, and he is now leading building build a Rocket Boy. This is the name of his company now. He raised around $32 million to build everywhere. I think what we have from everywhere right now is only this, which is just this is the only highlights that we have on. Actually, we have more. So this is the build this beta trailer. Let's see, I haven't seen this one before. This guy want to change the gaming industry. This is what he was just mentioning in one of the articles I just read about him. I'm not sure if he's going to deliver on his promises, but he raised more than 32 millions already to build this game. Okay, let's watch the trailer. is my idea, or they're competing with Fortnite? So I think they are competing with Fortnite. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with this game, but at least they have a very good talent and they have a very good founder. So let's continue reading. Using Unreal, they are also using Engine 5, Unreal Engine 5, with features that advances himself are beyond the grasp of the new Rage 9. Nanites virtualized geometry and Lumen global illumination, making the perfect playground for open world innovation, stuff that Rage 9 simply doesn't deliver. Then in 2020, Dan Houser, Rockstar co-founder and creative genius, also left to start Absolute Venture, which is, I haven't found any much information about them. The only thing is that they have also Matthew Smith and Colin and Whistler, which are also ex-Rockstar developers, and they joined to start this new company. Okay, but we haven't heard more about them. The only thing that I can find is this one, this website that doesn't hold anything from any information at all. Okay, so this departure highlighted troubleshooting trend from Rockstar, but not only from Rockstar. Ubisoft also facing the same issues though. Focus on mega projects like GTA 6 designed to appease investors have driven out the very talent that made it leader in the first place. The role programming standards. It seems quite clear why such top programmers are abandoning the chip, lacking a North Star in its route, especially when the stagnation of Rage 9 extends to its programming languages as well. Engine like Unreal Engine 5.5 and Snowdrop have adopted C++9, empowering developers with features like cleaner syntax, safer code, and improved performance. Meanwhile, Rage 9 remains stuck on C++14, missing the tool necessary for modern innovation. For years, Rockstar, who was the dream destination for top programmer, a place where innovation and creative freedom thrives, but not anymore. The company focus has shifted to mega projects like GTA 6, designed to a peace chart like investor demanding massive return. The corporate mindset is driving its best talent outdoor. I understand maybe, so I don't know how many years the Rage 9 has been built, but if they were built by Rockstar, it's been many years though. It's very hard to change this type of systems when you have so many dependencies at the scale level that they already have, guys. It's very hard. Or maybe it's very hard, but they don't see the opportunity or the future or necessary to change the specific engine or maybe improve the engine that they already have, which maybe is just lack of money or lack of vision, which might be a bigger problem actually. Okay, so this is the biggest issue they are facing right now, and I believe is one of the biggest challenges that they have, because when you have these huge adopted engines, game engines, with the latest C++20, which has a lot of good features. Comparing with C, you see how even the other engines are using higher tier C++ version. Okay, so it makes harder for you as a developer to create good products when you have updated versions of the libraries or the tools you're already using and compete more or less with other companies that they are already are using the latest advances and tools. Okay, and maybe this is the reason why you have people leaving, because they don't see the importance, or they don't see the importance of innovate faster with higher tier tools. And I'm not sure if we have to continue reading this. Basically, what we have is the latest question he posed here in the article is if Rockstar will go down, or it will switch his engine to C++20, or maybe just will improve on the performance or the management level to avoid performance engineers to leave the company. I think this is a very challenging environment we're facing now. We have a lot of stress in our industry because AI is shaping basically the way uh, products are cheap, companies are managed and created, and products are released. I see you in the next video. I hope you like this one. And don't forget, becoming a good engineer, it doesn't matter what tool you use, is the most important thing you will have, okay? See you in the next video. Bye bye.